everyone, what's the story? It's Everia. Okay, so I've been trying to think of stories to do videos on, and one of the things that I actually wanted to do a video on, but I denied about it, and it's only recently I was thinking about doing a video about it because I was talking to one of my friends in college and to Midnight about this, and it's quite an interesting story. If you believe in mediums and paranormal and supernatural, you might find this an interesting story. It does have a lot of coincidences to what, or maybe I'm reading things that aren't there, but I've had my fortune told 4 times. One was by a fortune teller on a fairground in Southport. One was by a lady at Botany Bay. But that wasn't actually a fortune telling. It was what's called a spirit crest, where she dealt the cards and you asked the cards a question, and the cards kind of answered your questions. So I don't count that as having my fortune told. I then had my cards read by a medium whose name I cannot remember off the top of my head, at the Squirrel pub in Ince, near where I live. Well, I lived in Ince at the time. And then a medium called Susan Presley. And again, that wasn't actually fortune telling, but it's what she said at the end that has recently got me thinking things out in my head, and seeing all the medium from the Squirrel and Susan Presley, are they kind of interlink? So the first fortune teller I saw in Southport, at the time I thought she was good. I thought she got everything right. She told me that somebody with the initial A was going to make me very happy. I was going to have 3 children. I was going to do so all these things, and none of the things she said had come to pass. When I was 16, I was told you'll never have children. And I don't know who this A person is. They've never materialised. So yeah, she got a lot of things wrong. She got everything wrong. Now my mum says for her, because my mum had her fortune told as well. My mum said that for her a few things came true, but we don't know if that's just like because she said it and then something, I was like, oh yeah, kind of thing. But the lady at the Squirrel, my dad, he's a big skeptic. He does not believe in ghosts, fortune telling, paranormal, supernatural. He does not believe at all. Me and my mum, we're more, I'm very much on the believing side of the paranormal. Like I said, I love ghost stories. I love to do some ghost walks, ghost hunts. I love to do things like that. My mum, she's not skeptical, but she's a believer, but she's not as much a believer as I am. So yeah, the one at the Squirrel, it was really strange because my dad came because he knew people who owned the Squirrel and he knew people who went in, so he said he'd come down for a drink. My mum came down because she knew people who went in the Squirrel, like through my dad, and so they thought they could have it as an excuse to meet up with some friends. So we went in and we sat at the bar and we're talking, but there was none of the mediums around. There was, we was talking really quietly, and we wasn't talking about anything that would give the mediums clues or hints when we went up. So I get called in to this room where the medium was. I sit down and she's telling me everything. You're like pick some cards, and I give her the money, pick some cards, and she's turning the cards over, and she's telling me what each meaning of the card is. So as she's telling me, she comes to one, she says, "You've been hurt by a person really close to you, that you've put like landmines around your heart, you've shut yourself off from people, and you have to start trusting and believing people." Which at the time I had been hurt by somebody very close to me, and I shut myself off. I'd put landmines on my heart, but she didn't know that. She knew nothing about what happened in my life. And then she's like, "You have 10 guardian angels around you all the time." And I was trying to think who it could have been, and I got about 8 off the top of my head, which I'll come to in a little bit. I'm not going to name them or anything like that, but there was a couple more that my mum mentioned I hadn't thought about. And she's going through and she goes, "Why are you always scratching your head?" And at the time I hadn't scratched my head, but I did used to get really bad eczema in my head. So I was always scratching my head. I was thinking about making me scratch my head. But I did used to get really bad eczema. And then a couple of other things she said. She's like, "Who used to iron the football boots or rugby boots laces? The laces from the football or rugby boots, sorry." I'm like, "I don't know. No idea." She's like, "Ask your mum and dad, or ask a family member, they'll know." So I was like, okay. Then she's like, ask me something else. Like, "Who's Freddie?" I'm like, "I don't know." And she's like, "Yes you do." I'm like, "No, I don't. I can't think of who Freddie was." And she's like, "Go back and ask your mum and dad." I'm like, okay. And she asked me a couple more things, and I'm just like, I honestly do not know the answers to these questions. And she's like, "Go and ask your mum and dad, they'll know." I was just like, okay. I'm like, "Oh, you're pulling a fast one here." So then she goes, "Why is the number 42 is going to be important to you? Why is that?" I'm like, "I don't know." So at the time I was 23, 25-ish. So she's like, "The number 42 is important." I'm like, "Well, I'm a fan of Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy." I'm like, "A book and a film, a TV show." She's like, "No, it's not that." Said 42 is going to be an important number for you. I'm like, "Yeah, okay. Okay, yeah. Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, that's the only thing I can think of." And she's like, no, it's nothing to do with a book, nothing to do with TV, nothing to do with film. The number 42 is just important to you." I'm like, "Yeah, it's the answer to life, meaning and everything from Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy." And she's like, "No, it's not a book." I'm like, okay. No idea. And says, "Well, that is something that will come to pass. You'll find out what that is." I'm like, okay. A few years later, when I was about 28, so it's been about 10 years ago now, my mum and dad was helping out, well, not helping out, but Christie's will ask them to go to this spiritualist night, and we went to help and to that kind of thing, and to just represent for Christie's. My dad again, oh no, sorry, we've got to go back. I'll come back to that in a minute. So anyway, I went out, back out, puzzled look on my face, and my dad was like, well, what did she say? Thinking I was going to tell him a load of rubbish. And she's like, I'm like, she said, why is there somebody ironing boot laces, like football, rugby boots, and the colour just drained out of his face? And he was like, she asked you what? I'm like, why is somebody ironing football or rugby boot laces? And the colour just drained again. It was going lighter and lighter. He's like, your granddad used to iron his football laces before every match he refereed. I'm like, okay. I said, and Freddie, he's like, your Uncle Freddie, he passed away, he died a couple of years back, he only had one leg. I'm like, oh God, yeah, my Uncle Freddie. I had completely forgotten about my Uncle Freddie. I didn't think he would connect with me, more my dad. And it could have been like he was coming through to say hello to my dad, I don't know. But it just, things like that. And then I said, I'm 42. And my mum and my dad, neither of them knew my 42 could be important. Like, we kind of like, at the time, thought maybe it'll be the number of the first house I get. Maybe it'll be the age I am when I get married. So things like that. But going back to the other medium now, not the one from the fairground, the one I cut off. Her name was Susan Presley. And Christie's asked, could we just go and represent the hospital? And we said, yeah, no worries. So off we went down. It was at the Lee Miners. No, not Lee Miners. It was at this place in Lee. And there was me, my mum, Sue, Danielle's mum, and Danielle. Danielle at this time had been about 13, 14-ish. And the things that Sue Presley said to Danielle's mum, she was amazing. She got even things that me and my mum knew about Danielle's mum's grandma. Yeah, Nan, she used to be called. Nan's like Danielle's great gran and Sue's gran. And she was just like, she was telling Danielle's mum, who's also called Sue, I don't know if I said that, she was just like telling her all this stuff, and me and my mum was there going, whoa, you know, and we was just kind of like, you could see the look of puzzlement on Danielle's face, because Danielle didn't know any of this, any of the things that Sue Presley was saying to Sue, Danielle's mum. So, go through, and then at the end, I was like, wow, she was good. She was really good. And at the end, as she was going, she came over to my dad and my mum and me, and my dad went to shake her hand, and she goes, no, I don't shake hands, I give hugs. So she gave my dad a hug, never said anything. She gave my mum a hug, never said anything. She came to me, gave me a hug. She stepped back, took hold of my hand, looked at me, and goes, you're wearing a graduation outfit. I'm like, I don't go to university, and I ain't I ain't smart enough to go to university. And she's like, no, I see you wearing the graduation outfit. She's like, it'll be hard, it'll be tough, but you'll do it, you'll get there. I'm like, okay, thanks. And as we was going, said to my mum, I'm like, yeah, okay, yeah. She was good, but she's got that wrong. The other day, me and my mum, we were just sat chatting, and Sue Presley and the medium at the Scribble came up. And we were talking, and we worked out that when I finish my performing arts course, I'm going to go on to do level 2 next year. Then after that I'm going to go and do HND, which is another 2 years. When I finish my HND, I will be 42. When I finish my HND, I have graduation robes. So I'm kind of like, what? I'm kind of wondering, did those two mediums actually pick up on something that's going to happen to me, and something they saw? So yeah, it'll be interesting to see if that does come true and if that does happen. But anyway, for now, my mum's shouting at me, so I'm glad to say love you lots of like jelly tots, and I'm keeping Megan weird. Bye. See ya.